Hello guys, what's up? I'm Surush Designer. Today we have some special tutorial from the SketchUp Plus Enscape. So like and subscribe, don't forget it, we need your support. We start with this beautiful photo and house with an amazing and stunning facade. So I'm gonna start with some type of differences in architect. So let's start. This house created by mixture of some type of volumes and masses. So I think rectangle is the best volume for this house. We can partition the facet of it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. So let's get model it. I'm gonna open my SketchUp, Ctrl S. I wanna save this file name something about house like this. I press save. So I want to draw some type of rectangle like this, has the same sides and side edges. So I think maybe for the garage or parking, something about 6 to 6 is good, like that. I'm gonna extrude it with push or pull option. For the maybe 5 meter or 4 meter is good. So now I want to press on the Ctrl key. We have some type of door in here, as you can see, but I think it's a little bit backward from the other facets. So I'm going to click on like that. Something about maybe 2 meter or 2.6 meter. So a little bit back. I'm going to reverse this face like this. So we have another one exactly like this in here. So I'm gonna select all of them, copy of them on green axis, right click, flip align green direction. So I join it to this place like that. We have some wall between them like this. So I'm gonna Ctrl Z and I create this type of group, or I can make it as a component. So I'm gonna delete it. I'm going to create some type of component called body and create it. So I'm going to copy of it on the green axis, something about that. I'm going to flip align it on green axis and I'm going to check it like this. So the distance between them, I think maybe something about 15 centimeters. So I'm going to type it in here. Now we have this type of partition between them like this. I'm going to extrude it for the fourth floor or second floor. So I'm going to type 8 meter for it. And I'm going to push this wall out like this. So I make it a little bit smoother. So I'm going to draw this type of rectangle in here and here. I'm going to extrude it back. And I think 20 centimeter is good. So I think it's done for now. So I'm going to create this type of group in here. So let's get started with the garage. I'm going to click on this place like that. I'm going to offset it. Something about maybe 72 centimeter is good. Now I'm going to push or pull it a little bit backward. Something about 6 centimeter like this for both sides. Now we have the interior door in here. I'm going to use tape measure for this job. So I'm going to tape measure something about 10 centimeter and the door width 1.2 meter like that, or 1 meter. The height of the door is something about 16 and the main height is 2.60 like this. I'm going to draw the rectangle in here and I'm going to push it back about 10 centimeter. I'm going to delete all of this tape measure lines in here. Another time we use the tape measure from the downside to the upside like that. I think something like this, a little bit downer. Maybe I think here is good. And the distance between them, I think something about 40 centimeter or maybe 50 centimeter like this. It's a narrow wide window, so I think the weights of it something about 56. I draw my rectangle in here and I push it back, same as the door extrudation. So I think it's done for now. So we create the first floor facet in here on the SketchUp. Don't worry about the colors and materials, I'm gonna set it at the final. So another box we needed is that, so I draw this box in here. I'm gonna extrude it a little bit higher than it, about 5, and I think it's come to here, half of the garage, and now I need rotator. So I'm gonna angle this line something about maybe 16 degree throughout the line and extrude it back like this. I delete the extra lines in here. I want to draw another rectangle from here to here maybe, but I think it's a little bit high, so 3 to 3 is good. I'm gonna click on it a little bit forward than the garage, so I type 1.4 meter for here. Now we need some windows. I'm gonna set my window dimension something about 1 meter, and the height of the window is 1.6 like this, and another dimension from left side 60 centimeter and from right side 60 centimeter again. I'm gonna click on it. I extrude it a little bit backward, about 10 centimeter. I'm gonna save this file. So this window is done. Now this window, I'm gonna click on the tape measure. So the same height for the previous measure is 1 meter, and the height is 1.6. From the right side 16, and from the left side 60 again. I'm gonna draw this rectangle again and push it back about 10 centimeter. So I delete these extra lines, Ctrl S. So now I'm gonna draw this side. This side is a little bit different from this side, so I'm gonna select my rectangle tool, draw one rectangle, something like this, and I'm gonna press Ctrl for extrudation like that. Maybe from midpoint of the body is good, so a little bit come higher like this. I think it's done now. So I'm gonna use tape measure. We have two widescreen windows, so I'm gonna draw this type of line, something about 1.8 to the 1 point that. From the right side I'm gonna adjust some type of dimension about 38, and from the left side I'm gonna use it again about 38. I draw another rectangle. I push it back a little bit like this. So I think everything is really good till now. I use tape measure again, and I'm gonna draw some other window. Previous window have some height about 1.8 and 1.8 for this again, from this place to this place. I think the height is 80, so I'm gonna type 18 here too. A little bit come from the right side and 30 centimeter from the left side. I draw my second box in here, push it back about 10 centimeter. Very simple and easy to create these type of shapes only with the SketchUp without any objects or subjects. So I'm gonna create this to the group and this one to the group too. We have the roof in here, so I'm gonna select my rectangle tool and draw some rectangle on this side, but we can't, so I'm gonna use line option from here to here and here. So we have some extrudation in here, something about 10 centimeter maybe, or 20 centimeter is good. So we have a little bit backward in there, like that, as you can see. So I'm gonna extrude it a little bit, something about 1 meter, and a little bit increase the height of this, something about 13. It's good. So we have some edges on this place, so I'm gonna click on the line option. I draw some line from here to here and here. So we have some type of profile. If you can see on this image, it's something like circle or half of the circle. So I'm gonna draw some line about 4 centimeter. I use 2-point arc like this and create these type of tiny shapes on it. So I'm going to triple click on this lines and shapes. So lines and shape are selected. I'm going to deselect my shape like that. So for this reason, I'm going to triple click on it. I hold shift on my keyboard and I double click on my shape. So I'm going to click on the follow me option and I click back. So we create this type of detail in here. Another detail we have for this place too. I'm going to use this option again. I draw these type of lines from here to here like this, and 4 centimeter. I'm going to use 2-point arc option like that, and I triple click on it. Like this. It's a little bit sensitive about some type of objects, so I'm gonna triple click on it. It's good. It's not closed in here, so now we have better reasons. I'm going to deselect it. I use follow me option and I click on it. So as you can see, we create these type of elements in this place. I click on the view and we have some type of hidden objects. I unhide this wall. I'm going to turn off the hidden views and hidden objects. So I think it's some, but the height of it must be lower than it, so I'm gonna decrease it. Something about maybe 80 centimeter is good, like this. And about the roof, I'm gonna extrude it again, something about 80 centimeter. Extrude it from this side to this side, like this. So I create these type of groups. So let's work on this place of the facet. We have some black line with triple edges like that. So it will start from this place. I think I'm gonna draw some rectangle in here, something about 60 centimeter to 60 centimeter, and I'm gonna draw some line from here about 1 meter, and another line from here about 1 meter too, and join these lines to each other. So I create this type of paths. I select 3 lines, I click on the follow me option and I click on that, something like this, and now I can extrude it a little bit backward, something about 60 centimeter and 60 centimeter again, like that. I'm gonna press on it. I create this type of group in here. So we have 3 lines in there. Start from the upside. I'm gonna draw some rectangle in here like this with some dimensions about 10 to 10, and I'm gonna draw these lines from up to down. Like this. Alright, so I'm gonna triple click on it. I create the component from it. I'm gonna make some copy of it about 40 centimeter distance, and 2 times it makes 3. So I'm gonna move it about 8 centimeter. Now I click on one of them like this. I'm going to select my pass. I click on the follow me option, and now we have this type of triple lines. Actually they have a little bit distance between each other, about 8 centimeter from here, and I think maybe a little bit can be better, like that or like this. So now we have this model in here. So let's get modeling these type of doors and windows. I start with doors, so I'm gonna create some type of component. I call it doors, triple click on it, make component. I call this model door and I create it. So I'm gonna make some copy of it, one copy on green axis, right click on it, flip along green direction. So let's get modeled. I'm gonna extrude it a little bit backward or upward, something about 6 centimeter. We have some window frame with glass in here, so I'm gonna model it very simple and easy, and another mirroration in here. So I start with this place. I think the distance between the handle and window glass something about maybe 18 centimeter, and the windows height and width something about 14 centimeter. From the downside I'm gonna apply 32, and from the upside I'm gonna apply 32 again. I'm gonna draw this type of rectangle for it and push it a little bit backward, about that. So now I want to create the handle of this door. I'm gonna click on it, 9 centimeter. So I think this place is good. So let's model the handle. I'm gonna use tape measure about 60 centimeter. So I think the handle is something like the cylinder, so we can use circle for our handle. I'm gonna draw this type of line, something about 6 centimeter and 78 for it. I click on the circle. I have some circle with 2 centimeter radius. I'm gonna click on it and flip along on it. So I think it's done now. Not bad. It's near to the reality. So I'm gonna push this door a little bit back, something about 5 centimeter with these type of details, as you can see. So we have our doors in here. We need these windows, so I'm gonna create another component. I call it window first floor, like that. I'm gonna enter it. I make some copy of it, flip along green direction. So I'm gonna click on it. I push it to the back side, something about 4 centimeter, and upside something about 1 centimeter. I'm gonna offset it. I think offset of this window maybe something about, I think it's 5 centimeter, like that. And I'm gonna push it back about 4 centimeter. So my window is ready. I select both of my windows and I'm gonna push them back like this, a little bit backward to the wall frame, and push this door back again about 1 centimeter. So now we have these details in our model. Let's model the garage doors. So I'm gonna use rectangle again. Rectangle is the best useful option in the SketchUp. I'm gonna click on it, make some group. I called it parking door, like this. I press enter. I'm gonna make some copy of it from middle point to middle point and flip along it on the green direction. So I click on it. I'm gonna extrude it like that, and we have some type of lines rapidly repeat it on our model. So the height is 2 centimeter, and the height between these lines I think maybe 15 centimeters. So I'm gonna make some copy in 16 centimeters distance. I type 10x, 20x, like that. I think it's not very bad. I'm gonna use extrudation a little bit, about 1 centimeter, 1 by 1, like this. Makes your model much real than the past, like that. So let's get started for the windows on the upside. I'm gonna click on the rectangle again, like this. So I'm gonna divide my face. So I choose one of these lines. I'm gonna copy this line, something about maybe 42 from the left side and 42 from the right side. So I want to use offset option. Offset something about 3, 3, and 3. So I'm gonna delete these extra lines. I'm gonna click on the push or pull option. I press Ctrl and I create this type of frame for my window, very simple and easy, and I convert it to some group. So I'm gonna push it back a little bit, like this, something about 2 centimeter again. As you can see, we can create this modern house very simple and easy. So for these windows I can use a very fast way. So I'm gonna draw the rectangle. I divide the face to the two parts. I'm gonna use the same frame for the previous window on this frame. So I'm gonna click on it and extrude it. I'm gonna make some group. So now I'm gonna push it back, something about 2 centimeter again. And these two last windows, so I'm gonna click on the rectangle, draw some rectangle, and a little bit make it heighter, like this. So I'm gonna make some copy of this line, something like 49 maybe, and push it a little bit backward, like this. I'm gonna offset it again, something about 3 centimeter, and push it back about 2 centimeter. Create a group. Now I'm going to push it back on the wall, like that, something about 1 centimeter. Alright, at the last I'm gonna model this window, very simple and easy. I only use rectangle again. I offset it, something about 4 centimeter, and I'm gonna extrude it like this. It's over. Very simple and easy. So at the last I'm gonna create this type of shape and camera position. So only thing I want to do is draw some floor for it, like this. I'm gonna extrude down this floor, something about 30 centimeter, and I'm gonna extrude it like that, about 20 meter. I create the group. I click on the position camera. I'm gonna middle point on it. So this is our picture. I came back to my model like this. So I want to increase my height. I'm gonna type 2 meter for the eye height, like that. I press camera to the 2-point perspective. I'm gonna increase my height like this. I think 3.5 is good, and camera like that, and save. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, don't forget it. With SketchUp easily we can create everything we want. So I see you at the next session. I'm gonna render this picture for you, and I downloaded from the internet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget like and subscribe, and goodbye.